Hi everybody, those of you new to the channel, I'm Teresa Perrin and I want to discuss ticker GMBL with you because today, especially in after hours, we really took off. But guys, there is warning I want you to know about. Now, full disclosure, I do have a position in GMBL. I am aware of the risk involved, but I want all of you to also be aware of it. So let's get started. Please smash that like button and consider subscribing to the channel for my free morning watch list. And of course, I'm sure you're aware, but nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. Now, GMBL had 66% of today's trades done in the dark pool. Just so you can see, we were up to like 24 cents, I think, at a high in after hours. Currently, we're right around 21, 22 cents. And the average volume is 10.63 million shares. Today was traded 308.25 million shares, guys. This was a technical breakout. If you look at the yearly chart, it did get a smaller moving average, crossing above a higher moving average, which I believe is the reason that it went flying. The current free float is shown at 73.12 million. I have not gone myself to look and see if that is accurate or not. If anybody knows, please feel free to put it in the comments below. Now, this had a low of 0.667 cents. It would have been funny if it was 666, wouldn't it? Now, the 52-week high was at $3.70. Guys, I have watched this for a very long time because I traded it before and got stuck in it, for the same reason that I'm afraid people could get stuck in it again. So let me explain that in just a moment here. I want to just give you the technicals first. Right now, we are, like I said, having a technical breakout and things short-term look like they're getting a strong bullish signal. And we did get through the previous high of 17.39 cents in the after hours, so that is really good. However, analysts rank this as a hold, and the two that rank it only give it a 15-cent price target. Why that is, I'm not quite sure. I do believe that they don't have that much debt, but perhaps it's because of their dilution. And they do have a history of diluting, guys. That is actually what my cause for concern with them is, because as you can see here on January 13th, they did file for a common stock offering. I have not seen the effect in there yet, but the other thing you need to be aware of too is that this has traded very low for quite some time, and I'm expecting any day now they're likely to implement a reverse split. I did check the NASDAQ calendar and I do not see GMBL on there. But again, stranger things have happened with AVCT. They were not on the calendar and boom, all of a sudden it happened. Now, anybody in the stock that's familiar, if they've had a shareholders meeting and voted on this recently, please comment below. I only have a limited amount of time and I do not have, a 50 million share position or something like that in here, or even 50,000 shares or anything. That's crazy. I only have a couple thousand. So to me, I'm only going to do so much digging and I'm not going to look for the nitty gritty because I plan to probably be exiting this tomorrow, depending on what occurs overnight and tomorrow. But for now, guys, I do want to be perfectly clear that it is showing some very good signals. Like I said, I'm holding it overnight. However, there is high risk, but there could potentially be high reward because I'll tell you, it's been trading like at this low level, kind of like a straight line for a very long time. There are still 1,200,000 shares available to borrow. Oh, did I skip this? I apologize. The short interest is 8.14% according to, Fintel, sorry. According to Fintel, which guys, please take this information with a grain of salt. The more I see it, the less accurate I feel it is. Now, currently, they are showing that it's only a 10.97% cost to borrow. But here's where things get interesting. The short interest in the dark pool has been between 38.72 and 60.45%. Today it was 53.12%. Now guys, like a lot of these other, technically I'm going to call them penny stocks, even though they're on the NASDAQ, they are trading under $5 and they're actually trading in like literally, what was this, like 10 cents, 9 cents today before it took off. They're trading very, very low. And yes, they could be very highly undervalued. There is no doubt in my mind of that. However, you just need to be cautious because the naked shorting isn't going to just go away. Now, I'm happy with what the CEOs are doing of some companies like GNS and Helbiz. But guys, we're going to need a lot more to step on board. And I really believe that, they need to file a class action against these hedge funds because they're stealing from retail traders and they have bankrupted some companies and they're trying to bankrupt others. That is their intention here. Let me be perfectly clear with that. That is like the coup de grace for them. They win the jackpot if they bankrupt them because then guess what? Their naked shorts don't get exposed and they never have to pay taxes. So, when you're wondering why Ken Griffin is making so much money when the market has been down for the past year, that's why, guys, because he's stealing it from us. Now, as far as failure to delivers go, they cleared the month with none, supposedly. So that's not going to be an issue right now. However, if the price keeps moving like this, we'll see what it shows over the next couple of weeks and whether it does come into play. But at this time, it is not. So, like I said, be cautious of a potential for a reverse split that may already be on the books because it's been almost a year since they've been trading under this price. In fact, towards the end of February. The other thought that I have, guys, is perhaps there's warrants on the table that somebody's trying to run before a reverse split so that they can cash in on them. Because once it reverse splits, it makes it very, very hard for them. So if you have any information on that or are familiar with warrants, that is my worst subject in the stock market. I hate them and really have no interest in learning more about them because I just don't like them. But, I know people do very well with them, so I'm not saying that don't trade them. I'm just saying it's not my cup of tea. We all have our specialty, what we're good at and what we're not. And I'm more than happy to acknowledge what I'm not good at, and that would be warrants. So if you do have information regarding those and how much they go into effect at, that would be very helpful if you could comment it below. I'd greatly appreciate it. Guys, thank you for watching. I'm looking forward to seeing what GMBL brings us tomorrow.